I'm able to wave at the little birdies. Hello, birdie. Oh my god! What's up, my pilots? Angryponcho here. I was just going back to the Demon Door. Nothing else was happening. In the previous episode, I left you guys with a riddle, and some of you guys remembered the answer from when you were kids. Some of you took random guesses that were hilariously close to being correct. A couple in particular were pretty funny. But here the Demon Door says...
Your path is dark.
And...
only a light will reveal it, and you are not bright enough.
So some of you were saying you need to be smarter. Some of you were saying you needed to be a better person, so that you'd be a light side character. And then some remembered that all you have to do is turn on your lamp, which is one of the items you're given when you first leave the Heroes Guild. It was only on screen for like a second right now.
Your path is illuminated. Fancy that. You worked it out.
Handy dandy. They actually give you this lamp so that you can light up areas that are not bright enough in game, and it's sort of the way the inventory system works in this game. I haven't actually shown much of it yet because it hasn't been too important, because we don't have much yet. But nothing has weight. It's not like in Oblivion or those other Elder Scrolls games where you have to deal with weight and only being able to carry a certain amount of things. Elixir of Life, that will increase our permanent max health. It's a very valuable potion. That's why you want to come here. Get the bookshelves, come on. The Howl Tattoo, that's cool. Makes you both scarier and more attractive. It's very strange. Anything in the water over here? No. And then we've got some junk over here that you can't actually interact with. So that's it, the Library Arcanum. That's all there is to see here. But yeah, the inventory system, you can carry pretty much an infinite amount of junk. You can actually carry around one of every kind of suit of armor, every different kind of armor, and not be over-encumbered or anything, so you don't have to worry about it. So you've got this lamp in here that is sort of just thrown at you at the beginning of the game, and you don't even notice it's in there because you don't have to worry about having to carry it. And it's hidden away in like miscellaneous places. So I don't actually want to warp, do I? I guess it'd be faster just to walk. So in the last episode, let me go ahead and show you guys some of the menu screens because I haven't done this yet. This is the pause menu. You just can save and load, and fix your options and stuff. Set the controller up. That's all fourth wall kind of stuff. But if you hit the select button, you can go to your inventory. And here we have your skills. I don't know why they're in the inventory, but this is interesting. So you can see how many magic spells you've gotten and how far you've upgraded them. So you see lightning level 1, that's all we've got right now. You can also see your expressions, which is handy because you got different things like some are alignment based. If only evil characters will learn the middle finger expression, and only good ones will learn the pray expression, etc. And then stealth is for when you get your guile. You can learn expressions that allow you to steal items stealthily or pick locks. And then renown is just how well known are you. You can flirt and sneer. That's fun. Flirting is actually one of the ways you can attempt to woo characters. That we'll do that eventually. Don't worry, we'll get in there. We'll be involved in the romance scene eventually. Probably when we're more famous. So yeah, and then you've got just the social ones. You just use follow and wait are handy because it allows you to ask someone to follow you or to stay put. And then here, of course, we have clothing, weapons, and items. That's basically all the stuff we're going to need. You can open up a map and sort of just zip around to all the different areas, and then look at the zoomed region if you really want to look at the picnic area. It's not too exciting, but the quests are good here because you can see quests you've completed and which ones are currently active. So we are attacking Orchard Farm, and we need to collect the hero dolls. Those bronze quests, like that one, are sort of miscellaneous ones, and then silver ones are side quests, and gold ones are your required quests. They're the main storyline, pretty much. And here we have our logbook, where you can basically, this is your codex. You can look at everything you've done, essentially, so far, including a great number of books that you may have collected. So we just picked up one of these, Making Friends. Among the gems of wisdom contained in this book are these. It is generally considered ill-mannered to hit people. Shower people with gifts and they will love you. Performing good deeds will make everyone appreciate you. Yes, things like that. And then statistics. This is interesting. You got two menus here, experience and personality. The first allows you to see all at once how much you've leveled up your character. So you can see we don't have pretty much any magic except for lightning level 1. We don't have any upgrades to magic power or skill, but our physique and health have both gone up once, and you can see how much experience you're currently carrying in the bottom right. Personality, this is neat. You can see here not only personality at the top, where you have how renowned you are, your alignment, we're pretty much neutral at this point, and then your attractiveness and scariness. And you can see your name. We are currently an unsung warrior called Chicken Chaser. Yes. And then you can see your favorite things, different spells and stuff, the number of different wives you've had, the quests you've completed, places you've gone, pub games. It's ridiculous. Lots of statistics there. So that's all there is to those menus. I don't spend too much time in them. Most of the action is outside. And then we've got things like these silver key chests. It's locked and you need 20 keys to unlock it. If you actually look at the chest, you can see it has the number 20 on it. It's easier to see when you're zoomed in on it like that, so I figured I'd show you. Anyway, in this episode, we are going to take on our first quest and go attacking Orchard Farm. Now, you notice we were automatically switched back to our villager clothes when we were kicked out of the Heroes Guild, or rather, graduated. We can go in here to clothing and click on suits, and we can switch the whole outfit out at once. So I'm going to change to my apprentice outfit, even though it has the exact same durability, armor rating, you could call it. It is called armor rating, as the random clothes like pants and shirt. I like it the way it looks better, and it makes you look a little bit more like a hero, even if you are still wearing your apprentice clothes. Any new quests? Nope. Okay, good. Alright then, let's head off to Orchard Farm. Yes, the lookout point. I already talked about boasting, I believe, in a previous episode. I think so. Yeah, but at this point, early in the game, like I said, the money that you gain from boasting is inconsequential compared to the amount you can win playing card pairs, and so there's no real point in bothering with it at this point unless you just like it and want to take a challenge.
You've come to the right place.
This guy is the title vendor. There are a few of these throughout the world, and they have different titles. But basically, this is what you'll be known as. It's your hero title, and everyone that you see around will know. Part of what you're paying for is the fact that he tells everybody your new name. So you got some that are obviously meant to be evil, like Maleficus, or Maleficus, I guess? Assassin. And you got Avatar, which is one of the gooder, one of the more goodly aligned names, and then Liberator. And you've got, if you want to be a ranger, a druid, a rune master, and you got less expensive ones like Hood and Pie Master, and my personal favorite, Arseface. Arseface. Perfect.
The more stock we have to shift, the cheaper we sell stuff, you know.
That's exactly what my character makes me think of, actually. Just Arseface. Can I zoom in? There we go. Yes, he's... Right now, we're essentially, like, pure neutral. We haven't done anything out of line yet. Hello, ladies.
Why don't you tidy yourself up?
Oh, she doesn't like us. Oh, something sparkly over there. Hello, hello. Let's get that. You get your sword out, you can break these plants here. Whatcha! And then back here, we have our very first silver key. Using to open that chest that I showed earlier. So there's one in the Heroes Guild that requires 20 keys. Now, I wasn't clear about this when I was a kid. I was totally had it backwards, but you don't have to use... You don't use up the keys when you open a chest. It just takes... You have to have 20 keys to open the chest with the 20 on it, but you get to keep the keys afterwards. And so, your most basic chests are going to require, I think, 5 silver keys. There could be some that require only 1. I'm not totally sure.
You're doing some work down at Orchard Farm, are you? I knew that was your true calling.
Really?
Tell you what, I'm going to pick up the other side of this little quest and teach you how to choose better friends.
Oh, really?
I hope you've been practicing. You'll need all the experience you can get to beat me.
I killed some
See
bugs.
you later, farm boy.
Should be able to handle you. Now, no matter which side of the Orchard Farm quest you pick, Whisper is going to choose the other side. Look at that, we just got a pop-up that told us we got our combat multiplier higher. Can you believe this crap? There's a little side thing over here. Sometimes there's a chest here, and I forget what you have to do to make that chest appear. Get out of here. Ridiculous. So the character that I want to play in this game is a melee with some magic support. I'm actually doing a practice run of this game, which may surprise some of you. those of you who've been watching for a while will know that I used to do practice runs for all my games, and at some point I stopped because to be frank, I didn't have the time to do it. But I like Fable so much that I've essentially stopped playing Skyrim, and I'm just playing my practice run of Fable right now. But in my Fable practice run, I am playing as an evil archer with magic support. And this character, I have yet to decide what alignment I'm going to be taking. We're taking the Attack Orchard Farm quest just because we can. Get an extra 250 gold here at the start, which, again, is sort of... Oh, I should use those, shouldn't I? Goodness, I picked that up and I almost forgot I had it. Yeah, so here we have the Elixir of Life. You take an eye on the health bar up there, you'll see it increase. Ding! And then we can use the Will Master's Elixir to increase our amount of will as well. And I guess I can go over here and kill these wasps before we move on. I'll tell you right now, early in the game, when you're fighting enemies like wasps and the creatures that we'll be encountering at Orchard Farm in a later quest, you are going to be, I don't know, you're going to do better to be a melee character early in the game, because your bow is, one of the upgradable things for the bow is your speed, and that affects your rate of fire. So when you first get it, it's really slow. And you're not doing enough damage, so you end up having to fire a lot of arrows, and it just takes ages. Whereas with the sword, you can swing it pretty effectively right from the start. And trying to hit a wasp that's moving around is not always so easy with a bow.
There you are. You ready for a bit of violence?
Yeah!
The farm's just behind this gate. Mob's here is going to blow it in a moment.
With what?
They're after some crates the farmer's got stored in his barn. Don't know what's in them, and I don't much care.
Hey, wasn't I
We're
guarding
just
those as a
paid to
kid?
do a job, so don't go asking questions.
Alright, alright.
Just lead us to those crates, and we'll grab them. All right, mobs, let's do it.
What is he gonna... How did he do that?
Come on, let's go.
Yeah! Wave at me. We're gonna go fight guards. Lead the bandits to the crates and cover their backs while they steal them.
Cover me while I get the crate.
Yes. Here goes nothing. Now what's funny is that if you do decide to play a melee character, I highly recommend that you... Obviously you need to get good at flourishing. And you're going to need to just sort of get your obsidian greatsword or your obsidian cleaver or whatever halfway decent melee weapon that you want to pick up from Bowerstone at the beginning of the game. They're pretty cheap. Like the obsidian greatsword was only 3,000 or 4,000 gold. You can pick that up and greatly increase your damage output. You can take this other box? Nope, you're all going to take them one at a time. Yeah, they're not going to have any trouble getting back. I'm just going to wait here. But, so if you're playing a melee character, I suggest you go...
Combat multiplier even higher.
I'm not even in combat right now! Oh, this is ridiculous, Guildmaster. Yeah, some of you guys are saying that he talks to you through your guild seal. I know. It's just... The fact he just yells at you through it all the time, like a disembodied voice, is just so ridiculous. It's kind of funny. Alright, come on, guys. Let's get some more crates. Get over here. I guess the guards are all knackered. There's usually more waves of guards that appear, but they've decided to just bugger off today, I guess.
Mine.
Yep, go ahead. Oh, no, that triggered it. Now here they come. So they'll take the crates. They know where to go, so you don't have to worry about that. Get out of here. So as I was saying, I suggest that you go ahead and pick up a decent melee weapon at the beginning of the game. And if you want to do the bonus things in the Heroes Guild, after you complete your training and you learn the three hero attributes, the strength, skill, and will, you can go back and there'll be an apprentice standing by each of those arenas, and you can do those challenges again, and if you score well enough, they'll give you an upgraded version of the starter weapon. So instead of a yew bow, you get a yew crossbow, and instead of an iron longsword, you get an iron katana, which is a little bit shorter but does more damage. So you can get those weapons as well in order to boost your initial amount of gold that you start playing card pairs with. And that'll allow you to, when you get to Bowerstone, to buy a decent weapon. Now, if you're going to start off with an obsidian greatsword like I am, which is what I like to do, sort of just backload the damage, you're going to have to work with this iron longsword for a little while, and you can see it's taking a few blows to kill these guards. But once you get your melee experience up, you can upgrade your physique and use that obsidian greatsword for quite a long time, actually. It'll remain useful for like the first third of the
You've
game.
learned some new moves, have you?
Yep.
Well, you're not the only one.
I doubt that you've learned
I
anything
hope
effective.
you've learned how to flourish, because that's the only way you're going to get close to me.
Oh.
Go on. Try to hit me with a flourish.
And the thing is here, even if you're playing as an archer, you still have to hit her with a flourish at least once, because she's invincible
So
until you
you
do it.
can do it.
See, your health meter just appeared when I
I'm
hit
still
her.
going...
And now once you have the flourish, you can pretty much just keep hitting her, and there's no real challenge here. Because I'm playing with the cruddy iron longsword, so at a bit of a disadvantage. Typically by now, you can go out and grind however you'd like. You can run in and out of Greatwood and fight the wasps over and over. And once you start to get decent, the bandits will start appearing. I don't know how they choose when the bandits start appearing, but you know.
Damn! You beat me again! I suppose this quest is yours then.
Yep.
But you can't stay lucky forever, farm boy. We're bound to meet again. And I'll be ready.
Oh please, I could kill you in a second. Yeah, so that's my advice if you're playing a melee character.
Please, let us go. You've got the boxes, there's nothing else.
Hey, I heard you got
Just
apples
leave
out
us
here.
be.
Okay,
You're making good progress learning combat multipliers.
thank you, Guildmaster, and you get Whisper's Brooch as your trophy for this quest. And 2,500 experience was gathered. Nicely done. Now, are you going to say it again? Yep.
Check the guild for more quests.
Check the guild for more quests. I'm going to check the guild for more quests. And so if you're playing as an archer, what you want to do is go to that same guy in Bowerstone, and you can purchase, I believe it's at that same stand, an ebony crossbow, and it does 150 damage. That's its base stat. If you start playing with that at the beginning of the game, you're essentially going to be able to one-shot the guards at Orchard Farm. It's pretty good. And like I say, it will last you a significant amount of the game as well. Probably the first third or so, it'll still be a fairly effective weapon. Pretty overpowered at the beginning, actually. Alright, physique number 2. Nice. I only need about 500 more experience and I can buy the third physique. And then we can get our Obsidian Greatsword out. Trader Escort. This is the next main quest line. I'm gonna take the quest, but we're not gonna do it yet. Instead, I'm gonna do the hob killing contest. Go ahead and take that. I should have said what it was actually. Let's see. Go to quests. Go to current quests. Hob killing contest. Clear Orchard Farm of hobs. Hobs are irritating. I really don't like hobs. They're just. Oh, Grace. I guess I have to walk back to Orchard Farm. Okay. Cool. I guess there's something to talk about on the way. Yes, if you're playing as an archer, go ahead and get that ebony crossbow. It actually, the crossbow will have a slower firing rate than the bow of the same type, but it will do about 20 more damage, I think. So 130 for the bow, 150 for the crossbow. It's all about what you got to say, what you want to trade off for.
Is it going all right?
Hello?
Some respect. Nice to see you again, sir.
Nice to see you again, sir. You see, I have a sort of a neutral character right now, and so they're just a little bit wary of me. I think, let me look at, how much did that last quest affect my alignment? Yeah, I'm actually 1 tick evil now. I'm called Arseface, that doesn't help. So, that's why those guys are sort of a little bit wary, is because I'm just heading down the path of evil. If you look at your character, he's still pretty much the same face. You're not going to get any major changes until you start actually really making important decisions about what you're going to do. Whether or not you're going to be good or evil, or just sort of be neutral throughout the game. Now you want to be, if you think if you're pretty neutral, you can pretty much do whatever you like. You'll be able to take any of the magic spells, but you notice things like, I believe it's heal life, I think it is, that you can only become a master of. You can only buy the 4th perk if you have a good character. If your alignment is too evil, you won't be able to buy the 4th level of it. Now, I think there's sort of a flaw in that you can be just good enough to purchase it and then become evil later, and it will still be effective. But they try to balance that out by... Oopsie, totally sidestepped me just then. Hey. Ah, there we go. My practice run. Oh, yeah, he's on the ground. You can... Oh! Finish him!
Easy as that.
Nicely done. Pretty great. If you get the flourish on when they're stunned, you can usually get a decapitation too. Pretty brutal.
Easy.
Ow! So as I was saying, like the Guildmaster was talking about at the beginning of the game, it's a balance of accuracy, firing rate, and power. Oh! Right in the stomach. So satisfying. Let's bandits. Alright. Yeah, so that's basically all I have to say about those intermediate things. But what you're going to want to do if you're playing as an archer, rather than buying the physique upgrades, go for speed and accuracy to increase your firing rate and your damage. I was actually mistaken in a previous video when I said that it was an upgrade that allowed you to zoom in. That's in Elder Scrolls. You can actually zoom in right from the start in this game. I did so when I showed you the 20 on the silver key chest. So, just be aware of that. We probably almost have enough experience now to go and get that next physique upgrade, which would be great because we can finally get that longsword, or excuse me, get that greatsword out. I'm going to do a little bit of a side venture here and go to Fisher Creek. This is not a required area, but it does get you an item a little bit earlier than you normally be able to get it otherwise. Hello.
Help me! They're everywhere! I can't get out!
Can't they get in that window? Do you have glass there? It looked like it was just open. Oh! And then you get lots of wasps attacking you. No big deal, of course, they're just wasps. I hate when the cutscene interrupts you from gathering the experience orbs.
Oh, thank you, young lad. I ain't cast me line for so long, I got me the shakes. Been eating bait worms all week.
What the hell?
Come here, I'll teach you how to fish. Least I can do. There's no finer sport, me lad, you'll see.
Come here.
You'll be needing
Come
this
here.
here fishing rod. Made it myself.
Really? Thank you, fishing rod.
All you need to do is cast your rod over one of them ripples there.
I love ripples. Yes, you won't catch very many fish with swords, and you won't catch any flies with honey. Good thing is that the experience is maintained, so you can just go over here and pick it up. Health potions. What does this say? Welcome, this is Fisher Creek. Okay, cool. So if you look out here...
Won't get in his way.
Oh, he's talking about my evilness. You see over there, there's a little ripple in the water? And then on the bottom of the D-pad, a fishing hook appears. You use that to get your fishing line out. And then basically wait until the controller vibrates, and then start tapping the A button to secure the line. Okay, so now you see the color up there changing from green to red. Basically, whenever it's vibrating, you have to stop tapping A or you'll break the line. And whenever it's not vibrating, you tap A as fast as you can in order to reel in whatever it is you're trying to catch. Some things are harder to catch than others. And we've caught a golden fish. Wow. Okay.
Great pike, me lad. That's a hell of a catch.
Yeah.
You can't beat fish, me lad. Good for your health.
That's actually true.
There's plenty more fishing spots round here, if the mood takes you.
Alright, thanks mate. I'll take my fishing rod and be on my way. So this is handy because throughout the game there will be wonderful things that will be available to you if you have a fishing rod. I actually think that we already missed one out at Orchard Farm. So if we'd gone to Fisher Creek first, we would have been able to pick it up while we were there the first time. Looks like I get to fight my way back over there. This is how Fable runs. Basically, every time you leave an area, all the enemies are gonna... Oh, it's red beetles now. Exciting. You get some variation. Sometimes it's red beetles, sometimes it's the little black ones are still the weak ones that we fought when we were a kid. And then you've got bandits and wasps and these other minor characters that... I actually never saw red beetles when I was playing my archer practice run because my character had such a high damage output from his bow at the beginning of the game that it defaulted to giving me bandits right from the beginning. Get out of here. Thank you. So let's see if I can get into... Yeah, I can get to Orchard Farm this way. We're going to go ahead and use our fishing rod one more time. Because early in the game, they like to hand you a bunch of free stuff, pretty much. Can't say no to that. Orchard Farm. There's one thing about this game is that the loading screens, they're not optimized for the 360. Oh no no. Alright, let's get down here and do some fishing, and then we're going to take on the quest that's in this area in the next video. I think we might actually want to get our upgrade before we take on the quest in this area, so we might be going back to the Heroes Guild and then almost immediately returning. Here we go. You got a ripple in this little lake over here in front of this guy's house. See if we can catch this one. Yep. Oh, this is an easy one. Just reel it right in. Sometimes they don't really fight you, sometimes they do. And sometimes it doesn't make any sense. Like, we just caught a potion on a fishing line. Okay. So I'm going to go in here and go ahead and use this. Kaboom! Get some more health. And that is all for this episode. In the next episode, we are going to go and challenge Whisper to a hob killing contest. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time on Let's Play Fable.